And he asked who, the EAA is made up of an 11-member board. 2 members were appointed by DPS, 2 appointed by Eastern Michigan University, and 7 by the governor. The ones appointed by the governor were Mike Duggan, which might be a conflict of interest since he's running for, mayor of the city of Detroit. Carol Goss, who is president and CEO of the Skillman Foundation, Reverend Joseph Jordan of Corinthians Baptist Church, and also and also a member of the Council of Baptist Pastors.
Well, we saw when Malik and the Panthers got a chance to go to the Baptist ministers. But so you see which side the Baptist ministers are on. But so now what you just reading that shows you why they were on the side of the governor.
Exactly. And I think he's a past president because they used to hold their meetings at his church for years. And then they have Mark Murphy, who's the president of Myers, Dr. William Picard, who's chairman and CEO of VITAC, Shirley Staccato, president and CEO of New Detroit Incorporated, and Judith K. Berry, who is associate VP of Strategic Initiative. All of those are appointees by the governor.
And Tyrone Winfrey, who's second in charge under John Covington.
Oh, really? Yeah. And the DPS appointees, and I don't believe that they actually did this, but Shalonda Buckman, who is executive director of Detroit Parent Network, and Roy Roberts. Why would our DPS board appoint Roy Roberts? He appointed himself there.
There you go. Well, the point would be, did the DPS board appoint anybody?
Right, exactly. That's why I said
because this was set up before they had any control. So
exactly.
Why would they appoint somebody to take children from the Detroit public schools?
That's right.
That again, if that happened, that might have happened under Tyrone Winfrey's watch. Because again, he's second in charge of the EAA schools.
And then EMU, they appointed Mike Morris, who is chairman and CEO of American Electric Power, and Jim Stapleton, who's a member of the EMU Board of Regents. So these are the people that we put in charge of our kids. As you see, a lot of them
we didn't put anybody anywhere. We didn't put anybody.
Well, we didn't do it.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Let's get the
terminology correct.
Right, because if you say that, it makes it sound like we're supporting that.
Right.
We didn't put anybody anywhere.
Right.
The school board didn't put anybody anywhere.
No,
the folks that you elected to the school board didn't put anybody anywhere.
So these people don't represent the views of
of
mainstream,
the people.
Right, Detroit. And then the company they got to hire as teachers is Teach for America, which is a nonprofit organization. And we briefly touched on it before, how they're operating in Chicago, where they laid off 2,000 teachers who were certified and replaced them.
And then also they get paid about a half of what the regular teachers would be paid.
They get $25,500 to $51,000 a year. They only have to teach for 2 years. They're signing up for 2 years. They give them $1,000 to $6,000 to relocate. And I looked at some of those, like the principals. They're coming from out of state, so they're not even hiring. Most of our DPS principals. They don't have a teaching certificate.
Right.
They only have to have a 2.5 grade point average. These are supposed to be the best. From what I don't know, maybe I went, because I'm a proud DPS graduate from Cody High School. I won't say the year, but 2.5, that's like a middle C.
Well, 2.5 in some colleges you can't even be accepted with a 2.5.
Right, a 2.5, but that's what we got in front of our kids and saying we're giving you the best. They also get health insurance, and I don't know how they get retirement benefits after 2 years of teaching.
Well,
and then
they may have a hookup like a state rep or something. You got the term limited thing, so they only have to work. Like on city council, for instance, if you work 8 years, you automatically got a pension. You're mayor for 8 years, you got a pension. That was the whole thing they was trying to rush Kilpatrick out of there for, just before he got that 8-year mark in, so that he wouldn't make a pension. There you go.
Okay, now with our Michigan teachers, on the other hand, they have to pass a Michigan test for teacher certification exam. They have to go to a state-approved teacher preparation program. They must be certified and approved by the State Department of Education, and professional certificates are granted only after completing 3 years of professional teaching experience, which requires 18 hours per semester of coursework. So our teachers have to go through all of this, and then you have, Teach for America, bringing these people in. They don't. It's
again.
You go to their website.
If you put your children in those schools, is your fault.
Right.
After this information, and all of you who watch TV 33 on a regular need to pass this on throughout your families, throughout your churches. All of this do not register your children in these schools. Period.
Correct. That's right.
Don't show up.
And why would you want your child sitting in there? If I got a 13-year-old child, why would I want them in the same classroom with an 18 or 19-year-old? Because the ages are going to be mixed together.
And that ain't
because
it's
going according to what your, supposedly what your skill level is.
Again, that won't be all that'll be mixed together. You got some 19-year-old boys looking at some 16-year-old girls.
That's all right. Well, yeah.
There's going to be some mixing going on.
Okay, we have a few calls. Let's take some. Caller, you're on the air. What is your question or comment?
Yes. How you doing?
How you doing, bro?
All right. This is Brother Bokar Yosef Israel, and I was calling about I was looking at how we as black people ever considered the title that we carry. What I'm saying about far as when it comes to the state. See, when we look at when we talking about the state is taking over and stuff like that, but when you look at it in the reality sense of it, and I guess what I'm saying is the names that we carry, we are already signed ourselves over to the state, and this is why they're able to do what they're able to do. See,
the reason they're able to do what they're able to do is because nobody stands up and says nothing.
Right. They wait.
It don't have nothing to do with no colonial this, and it don't have nothing to do with no UCC office and none of that other stuff. It's got to deal with because people punking out and not standing up for themselves. That's all it got to do with.
No, that is correct. I understand. Right. That's what. Right, but that's what I'm saying is this. By being a state, a citizen, when you go into the law books, when you deal with a state, you're talking about a citizen belonging to another people. And see, oh yeah. So I mean, so that's what we have to look at. When you go into the law book and you'll see about a citizen, who are you a citizen of? To the European system, and the names that we do carry. It belongs to the state.
No, it don't.
I mean, we have to look at that.
No, it doesn't. You know how I can prove it? Because my name Hodo is my family name that we can trace back all the way to Africa. So it ain't got jack to do with no state.
Okay, right, okay.
And it's been passed down through my family, and when they tried to do the Kunta Kinte to Toby to us, we refused to give up our name, so that didn't happen to my family.
Mm-hmm. All right, but when you say Africa...
Well, even if it wasn't Africa originally, I said Africa because that's what we know it by now.
Right, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Now,
but that don't have nothing to do with what you just said, though. But my point is, Europeans give my family their name. We kept the name we came over here from across the water with.
Well, regardless of the name or the citizenship.
And the truth of the matter
is we can't let our kids go to the EAA. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, none of that. See, all of them semantics, bro. Let me be frank with you, man.
Sure.
All of those semantics about the names and this, that, and the other, it all amounts to one significant fact, and that is that we don't stand up for ourselves collectively. That's all it is. If we would just collectively stand up for ourselves, folks wouldn't run over us.
That's right.
Right.
And that's it, bro. We got to take another call, man. Thank you for your call.
Right. Okay, yeah. I mean, I respect your point, and everything. I didn't call here to cause no,
You didn't.
Yeah. No, we appreciate
we just brought some clarity.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all have a nice day too.
Thank you.
Calling you on the air. Go ahead.
Caller, are you still there?
You got to listen to the telephone. You cannot listen to the TV. There is a delay. And we're almost out of time.
Uh-oh. Well, this is a very interesting subject. Like I said, please pick up the September issue of the Detroit Native Sun, where we're going to discuss the EAA in more details. And we hope that you will not take your children there.
Now, where can they pick that? Hold up. Where can they get that Detroit Native Sun from?
Well, we have over 300 spots throughout Detroit, Highland Park, Oak Park, Southfield, Dearborn, and Inkster. Pick it up at the Detroit Public Library, Oak Park Library, You can pick it up right here at the station at WHPR, the Glory Supermarket chain, Lou's Deli chain, Lee Beauty Supply. We have it in gas stations, Coney Island,
Do you have an online version?
Yes, but right now we're in the process of working on our website. But the website is generally www.detroitnativesunonline.com. But right now we're revamping everything.
Now, what about if they want to give you some information, like how you are bringing this information? What if there are people that can add on to the information that you have?
Definitely give us a call at 313-457-5944. The number again is 313-457-5944. And we always welcome your comments and your suggestions and everything.
Give them that information again so I can run back on the other side. Thank you, Valerie, for bringing me on.
And we appreciate you, Hodo, for sitting in today to discuss the EAA. Again, we want to encourage you. The September issue will be out September the 10th. It'll be on your stands. If you can't find it, give us a call, again, at 313-457-5944. Or you can email me at DetroitNativeSun@gmail.com. Again, that's Detroit Native Sun, and Sun is spelled SUN @gmail.com. We'd like to thank all of our advertisers. We encourage you to visit Trendy's Treats. They're located at 18927 West 7 Mile Road, just off of Evergreen. They have some of the greatest treats. I went there today and got 2 cupcakes, and those things were to die for. They have a special where you could get a 6-inch round cake with a dozen of cupcakes for only $25. That's Trendy's Treat, located at 18927 West 7 Mile. Their number is 313-641-9393. That's 313-641-9393. They specialize in all types of designer treats. They can make a cake in any form. So again, give them a call, and we want to thank you so much for tuning in to Expose Under the Sun. So until next week, have a fabulous weekend.